Qualcomm makes the best processor for the Android world, if not for the phones. That is the general perspective of the people. But they couldn't beat the Apple's Bionic chip since its inception. But that thing might change from now on. Before proceeding, please subscribe this channel for information content. Qualcomm makes good processor but lacks in giving logical name to its processor. First they come up with Snapdragon 800 series, then 8 Gen series, and now Elite series. It's most likely to create confusions from consumers' point of view. So why the name change? Last year Snapdragon released 8 Gen 3, so naturally everyone thought that it will be 8 Gen 4. Earlier this year, Qualcomm launched X Elite and X Plus chipset for laptops. So I am kinda thinking they're gonna name all their processor with same type of branding. If you ask me, then I kinda didn't like it. So Qualcomm changed the name. Why? It's kinda complicated and bit technical. Qualcomm used to take the core design from a company named ARM. You may not know that ARM sells core design to both MediaTek and Qualcomm. Now, Qualcomm decided to make their own core design. Why, you ask? Because they can do it. Qualcomm has made everything of the processor in-house in their latest flagship phone. So they have given Elite name to represent their innovation. Qualcomm claims that their new CPU is very powerful than the previous one. The company had given their own benchmark. Remember that benchmark doesn't provide how smooth and faster the phone is, that's depend of optimization. Here is some Geekbench 6 single-core benchmark. Note that the Elite is much powerful than 8 Gen 3, but it still falls short to Apple A18 Pro Bionic. Also look that Google still didn't cross the 2000 benchmark. Don't know what is single-core and multi-core? Then here is it. A single-core processor performs tasks that require sequential processing, where tasks are dependent on previous tasks completing. Remember, more clock speed means more quick performance. Tasks like browsing the web, opening applications, or simple calculations typically benefit from strong single-core performance. Multi-core processors are where each core can handle separate tasks or threads simultaneously, making multi-core processors more efficient for multi-threaded applications. More the cores the better, but remember that software must be designed to take advantage of it. Workloads such as video rendering, 3D modeling, data analysis, and gaming greatly benefit from multi-core processing. Here is some multi-core bench result. Snapdragon Elite of Literate obliterate the competition with an astounding value of above 10,000. Also see that Google is way less than the competition, not even 5,000. Now what's about gaming? The fundamentals of the GPU has also changed from the previous generations. Earlier the GPU had one giant core architecture, but now it has 3 sliced core architecture. Now Qualcomm claims that it will provide better frame rates in games. Here is the Wildlife benchmark and Wildlife Extreme benchmark. See that the frame rates of Qualcomm Elite is way higher than the previous generation. Now the big question is, which phone is going to have Snapdragon Elite? It has been official that brands like Xiaomi, OnePlus, and Samsung is going to have Snapdragon Elite processor.